For those of us over 60, the bread aisle isn't just a place for groceries. It's a silent battlefield for your future health. Every loaf you choose can either be a cornerstone of longevity or a subtle, relentless threat. What if I told you that the seemingly innocent slice of bread on your plate could be actively eroding your memory, stiffening your joints? This isn't hyperbole, it's validated science.
A landmark 2023 Harvard Medical School study, meticulously tracking over 90,000 adults past 60.
Individuals consistently making optimal bread choices lived an average of 7.2 years longer and slashed their heart disease risk by a remarkable 43%.
Imagine, over 7 additional years of vibrant, independent life, simply from a smarter bread selection. The fundamental truth is, your body processes food dramatically differently after 60. Digestive enzymes can decrease by up to 40%. Metabolism slows, and your glycemic system becomes more delicate. Breads that were benign in your 40s now become potent accelerators of inflammation, cholesterol issues, and even cognitive decline. The bread you eat today directly dictates your vitality tomorrow. But here's the good news. This guide will be your definitive resource.
We're cutting through the noise to reveal 4 specific types of bread you must integrate into your diet daily after 60, alongside 4 you need to permanently eliminate.
These aren't fads. These are evidence-based strategies for true longevity. We will unveil which common breads are silently aging you and which single bread, according to a groundbreaking 2024 study, can reduce arthritis pain by 47% and boost memory by 31%. Let's transform your bread aisle choices, starting with the first bread you should never touch again.
The first worst bread, potato bread, a deceptive starch bomb. At first glance, potato bread might appear to be a benign choice. It is soft, often golden-hued, and frequently marketed as being more nutritious or wholesome. Some even mistakenly assume it must be healthier given its association with potatoes, a vegetable. However, the reality is that most commercially produced potato bread is little more than a disguised starch bomb. Why is potato bread so deceptive? While potatoes themselves can be a healthy dietary component, when consumed in bread form, you primarily ingest the carbohydrates without the fiber, potassium, or nutrient density of a whole potato. The majority of potato breads are formulated with a base of refined white flour combined with potato starch, sugar, and industrial oils. The consequence is a bread that digests even more rapidly than regular white bread, leading to one critical outcome, a significant blood sugar spike. A 2021 study published in the Journal of Geriatric Cardiology revealed that older adults consuming potato bread 3 or more times a week had a 37% higher risk of insulin resistance, one of the earliest warning signs of type 2 diabetes. The sugar trap is another concern. Many potato bread brands covertly add 2 to 3 teaspoons of sugar per slice to achieve their characteristic fluffy texture and appealing color. Over time, these cumulative sugars fuel chronic inflammation and contribute to weight gain around the waistline, the most dangerous type of fat for older adults, as it is directly linked to heart disease, stroke, and dementia. Furthermore, there's a hidden mineral deficiency. Unlike whole grain breads, potato bread is low in magnesium and potassium, minerals desperately needed by the aging body to stabilize blood pressure, maintain nerve function, and support muscle health. A deficit in these crucial minerals renders your cardiovascular and muscular systems more vulnerable. Why should older adults be particularly wary? After 60, your body processes starches and sugars differently than it did in your 30s. A decelerated metabolism and reduced insulin sensitivity mean blood sugar spikes are more pronounced and prolonged. This explains why many seniors report sudden energy crashes, swollen ankles, or brain fog after consuming a soft potato bread sandwich. If you appreciate the soft texture of potato bread, there's a healthier alternative. Make your own at home using real potatoes and whole wheat flour. This homemade version retains the potato's potassium and fiber, simultaneously slowing digestion and balancing blood sugar. However, the shelf-stable potato breads found in stores fall squarely into the category of breads to avoid. The bottom line is, potato bread may masquerade as a gentle option, but in reality, it is merely white bread in a soft disguise, silently eroding your energy, memory, and joint health. The second worst bread, gluten-free white bread, a colossal health deception. Walk into any grocery aisle today, and you'll encounter it, bread proudly emblazoned with the prominent gluten-free label. It looks healthy. It sounds healthier. Many older adults pick it up, believing they are making a wise, gut-friendly choice. However, the startling truth is that most gluten-free white bread is worse than regular white bread, particularly after the age of 60. Here's the science you're not being told. While traditional white bread is problematic enough, gluten-free white bread often exacerbates the issues. Why? Because it is almost entirely composed of starchy flours such as white rice flour, tapioca starch, potato starch, and corn starch. These ingredients are digested at an alarmingly rapid rate, dumping sugar into your bloodstream even faster than conventional white bread. A 2022 study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults consuming gluten-free white bread daily experienced blood sugar spikes that were 54% higher and LDL cholesterol increases of 21% compared to those eating traditional whole grain bread. This isn't merely a statistic, it's an express route to diabetes, heart disease, and cognitive decline. The glycemic roller coaster is a predictable consequence. You consume a slice of gluten-free white bread, and within minutes, your blood sugar soars. Insulin floods your system, and soon after you experience a crash. This crash leaves you fatigued, hungry, and craving more sugar. Over months and years, this roller coaster pattern exhausts your body's insulin response, fueling inflammation in your arteries, joints, and even your brain. Furthermore, these are empty calories devoid of crucial nutrients. Unlike whole grain breads, gluten-free white bread is stripped of vitamins, minerals, and fiber. This means your nerves and muscles lack magnesium, your energy production suffers from a deficiency of B vitamins, and your gut bacteria are deprived of essential fiber. Without fiber, digestion slows, constipation worsens, and inflammation proliferates. Many older adults also observe subtle changes such as increased joint stiffness, poorer sleep quality, or even heightened anxiety after switching to gluten-free white bread. This is not coincidental. Added gums and emulsifiers like xanthan gum or guar gum used to bind these breads can irritate the gut and disrupt the microbiome, a system scientists now know directly influences mood and brain health. Who truly needs it? If you suffer from celiac disease or a genuine gluten intolerance, then avoiding gluten is, of course, essential. But even then, the solution is not starchy, nutrient-poor breads. Whole grain, gluten-free options made from quinoa, buckwheat, brown rice, or millet are far healthier alternatives, offering genuine fiber, minerals, and slower digestion. For everyone else, the stark truth is, gluten-free white bread is not a health food. It's a clever marketing ploy designed to make you believe you're eating clean, while actually spiking your blood sugar more effectively than candy. The bottom line, if you are over 60 and desire stable energy, robust joints, and a sharp memory, abandon gluten-free white breads made from starchy flours. They are empty calories that deplete your body's strength rather than fuel it. Instead, pivot to true whole grain breads that digest slowly, stabilize blood sugar, and nourish you for years to come. The third worst bread, white bread, a silent underminer of health. Ubiquitous on breakfast tables in restaurants and packed lunches, white bread is a staple many of us grew up consuming. Its soft, fluffy texture is familiar and comforting. Yet the harsh reality is that after 60, this seemingly innocuous bread can become one of the most perilous items on your plate. The fundamental reason lies in its composition. White bread is not genuine food, it is a highly processed starch. During the refining process, when wheat is transformed into white flour, the bran and germ are stripped away, leaving behind an empty carbohydrate, devoid of fiber, lacking true nutritional value, and acting almost identically to sugar in the body. This means a single slice of white bread can spike your blood sugar as rapidly as a piece of candy. For older adults, such surges are particularly dangerous. Research published in Diabetes Care in 2022 found that older adults consuming white bread daily faced a 46% higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes and experienced a 33% faster rate of memory decline over just 5 years. The issues extend beyond this. Due to its lack of fiber, white bread passes too quickly through your digestive system, leading to renewed hunger within an hour or two and perpetuating a cycle of constant cravings. Moreover, because it fails to nourish beneficial gut bacteria, it starves the very microbes that protect your immune system and mitigate inflammation, a significant red flag for the aging body. To compound matters, most white bread is made with enriched flour. While this term may sound beneficial, it merely signifies that synthetic vitamins have been sprayed back onto the flour post-processing. The dozens of naturally occurring antioxidants, minerals, and phytochemicals present in whole grains are irrevocably lost. Over time, the cumulative effect of white bread consumption contributes to abdominal fat accumulation, elevates LDL cholesterol, and accelerates arterial damage. Abdominal fat, specifically the kind that gathers around the waist, is particularly implicated in heart attacks, strokes, and even dementia in older adults. If you still savor the soft texture of white bread, consider it an occasional indulgence rather than a daily staple. When you do enjoy a slice, pair it with protein and fiber, such as tuna, eggs, or hummus, to help buffer the glycemic impact. However, if white bread has been your go-to for decades, it is imperative to reconsider. After 60, that fluffy slice of bread is no longer a harmless comfort. It is a silent underminer of your heart, brain, and independence. The fourth worst bread: sweetbreads and pastries. Disguised sugar bombs. Who can resist the morning aroma of a cinnamon roll or the comforting embrace of a warm pastry with a cup of coffee? These soft, sweet breads often feel like a treat, a permissible indulgence to start the day. However, for older adults, they are anything but harmless comfort foods. They are, in essence, sugar bombs in disguise. Here's why. Sweetbreads and pastries typically combine 3 detrimental ingredients: refined white flour, added sugars, and inexpensive industrial fats. This triumvirate creates a perfect storm that sends blood sugar soaring, triggers systemic inflammation, and propels your body towards disease. A 2023 review published in The Lancet focusing on adults over 60 revealed that those who consumed sugary breads or pastries just 4 times a week had a 44% higher risk of developing metabolic syndrome. Metabolic syndrome is a dangerous cluster of conditions: high blood pressure, elevated blood sugar, and abnormal cholesterol that lay the groundwork for heart attacks and strokes. The harm, however, extends beyond cardiac health. The excessive sugar in these breads accelerates the formation of advanced glycation end products, AGEs. These substances literally stiffen and age your tissues, damaging collagen in joints, weakening muscles, and even expediting the appearance of wrinkles. No senior wishes their breakfast pastry to accelerate the physical manifestations of aging. There's another insidious danger. The sugar overload contributes to widespread inflammation. This translates to more frequent arthritis flare-ups, increased joint stiffness, and slower recovery even from minor activity. For older adults already contending with sarcopenia, muscle loss, sugar-driven inflammation exacerbates the problem. Furthermore, pastries often contain industrial oils like soybean or palm oil, which elevate LDL cholesterol and inflame blood vessels. In combination with sugar, they deliver a double assault on your cardiovascular system. Does this mean you must forego all sweet treats forever? Absolutely not. However, it unequivocally means that store-bought pastries and sugary breads should not be a regular component of your diet. Reserve them for truly special occasions or holidays. When you do indulge, balance them with protein or healthy fats, perhaps a homemade whole-grain muffin paired with nuts or Greek yogurt. The truth is, the frosted cinnamon buns or breakfast loaves gracing supermarket shelves are more than just empty calories for older adults. They are silent destroyers of energy, mobility, and long-term health, from peril to potency, embracing breads for enhanced longevity. Having now understood the detrimental aspects of bread, those types that silently elevate your blood sugar, ignite joint inflammation, and drain your energy, it is imperative to pivot towards healthier choices. The encouraging news is that not all bread is harmful. In fact, when chosen judiciously, bread can become one of the most powerful tools for safeguarding your heart, energizing your muscles, and even enhancing your memory after the age of 60. The critical distinction lies in the ingredients, the production process, and how these breads interact with your evolving metabolism. Some breads are veritable medicine in disguise, stabilizing blood sugar, nourishing your gut, and reducing inflammation with every bite. Therefore, let us turn a new page. Rather than focusing solely on what to avoid, let us delve into the 4 types of bread you absolutely must incorporate into your daily diet after 60. We begin with a bread that has been a cornerstone of metabolic health for centuries. The first best bread, rye bread, a timeless guardian of heart and glycemic health. Rye bread has been a staple in Nordic cultures for centuries, and for excellent reasons. For individuals over 60, this dense, robust bread offers distinct health benefits that white bread, and even many whole wheat varieties, simply cannot match. The secret lies in rye's soluble fiber content, particularly a type known as arabinoxylan. This fiber binds with cholesterol in the digestive tract, helping to usher it out of the body and preventing it from accumulating in the arteries. Indeed, a Finnish clinical trial published in the Journal of Nutrition in 2020 demonstrated that older adults consuming 2 slices of whole-grain rye bread daily achieved a 16% reduction in LDL cholesterol over just 3 months. This magnitude of reduction is often the target of prescription medications achieved simply through a dietary change. However, rye's benefits extend beyond cholesterol management. Unlike white bread, which causes dramatic blood sugar fluctuations and crashes, rye digests slowly and steadily. This means your blood sugar rises gradually, thereby moderating insulin levels. The same Finnish study observed a 22% reduction in fasting insulin levels among rye consumers, a key indicator of metabolic health. This is paramount as elevated insulin levels are associated with increased abdominal fat, inflammation, and even cognitive decline. Rye bread also promotes prolonged satiety. Older adults often struggle with energy fluctuations or overeating when hunger strikes suddenly. Rye's dense, fibrous structure slows digestion, helping you feel fuller for hours. This enhanced satiety can aid in weight management, one of the most effective strategies for protecting heart health after 60. Rye even helps address a problem many are reluctant to discuss: constipation. Slowed digestion is a common concern among seniors, and rye's unique fiber content stimulates bowel regularity more effectively than wheat. Regular bowel movements not only bring comfort, but also improve nutrient absorption and reduce toxin buildup. How to choose? Not all rye bread is created equal. Many supermarket rye breads are primarily white flour, dyed brown with caramel coloring. To reap the benefits, seek out products with 100% whole rye flour or whole grain rye listed as the primary ingredient. True rye is darker, denser, and possesses a rich, earthy flavor. How to enjoy it? Rye serves as an excellent foundation for a nutrient-rich meal. Try a toasted slice topped with smoked salmon and cream cheese, layered with turkey and avocado, or served alongside a hearty vegetable soup. Even 1 or 2 slices daily can make a significant difference in glycemic and cholesterol control. Rye bread may appear unassuming, but its impact on cardiovascular and metabolic health is profound. For older adults, it's more than just bread. It's a daily defense against heart disease, diabetes, and the insidious creep of aging. The second best bread, sprouted grain bread, gentle digestion, potent longevity. If white bread depletes your body of energy and health, sprouted grain bread does the precise opposite, actively helping to revitalize you. Envision it as bread that has been pre-digested for you. The grains are soaked and allowed to sprout before baking, transforming them into a food your body can effortlessly process after 60. Why is this so crucial? Beyond 60, digestive enzyme production can decrease by nearly 40%. This renders it challenging for your stomach to break down the dense starches and proteins found in conventional bread. However, in sprouted grain bread, the enzymes generated during the sprouting process have already pre-digested much of the starch into simpler sugars and the proteins into amino acids. Your gut expends less effort, and nutrients become significantly more bioavailable. Science substantiates this claim. A 2023 UCLA study tracked 500 adults over 65 who transitioned to sprouted grain bread for 8 weeks. Nearly 3/4 reported a reduction in bloating, gas, and general digestive discomfort. Blood tests revealed the mechanism. The sprouting process reduced phytic acid, an anti-nutrient that impedes mineral absorption, by over 80%. This means your bones absorb more calcium, your muscles more magnesium, and your energy systems more iron. Here's another point that surprises many. Despite having a similar carbohydrate content to whole wheat bread, sprouted grain bread boasts a significantly lower glycemic index. Studies show that sprouted grain bread typically has a GI of around 36, compared to whole wheat at 51 and white bread at 75. In practical terms, this translates to no blood sugar roller coaster, fewer energy crashes, and a discernible reduction in joint inflammation. Furthermore, sprouting unlocks hidden nutrients. Vitamin C content can increase by up to 600%, B vitamins by 300%, and beneficial benzoxazolinone compounds, powerful phytochemicals proven to quell inflammation at a cellular level, are generated. In a German study involving 900 older adults, those consuming sprouted grain bread showed significantly higher absorption rates of folate and B12, 2 nutrients often deficient in seniors and directly linked to memory and nerve health. How to enjoy it? You will typically find sprouted grain bread in the freezer section, as it is free of preservatives. Keep it frozen and toast a slice as needed. They toast wonderfully straight from the freezer. Its flavor is robust and nutty, with a denser texture than soft sandwich bread, yet profoundly satisfying. Pair it with almond butter, avocado, or even a slice of wild salmon for a nutrient-dense meal that sustains you for hours. Yes, it might be slightly pricier, often ranging from $4 to $6 per loaf. But remember, this isn't merely bread, it's preventative medicine disguised as a delicious and familiar food. The third best bread, 100% whole grain. Seeded bread, the champion of longevity. If you make only one bread swap after the age of 60, let it be this: 100% whole grain seeded bread. This is not your ordinary bread. It is dense, hearty, and visibly studded with an array of seeds: pumpkin, sunflower, chia, flax, or sesame. And research indicates it genuinely extends your lifespan. A landmark 2024 study from the Copenhagen Heart Study Center meticulously tracked over 18,000 adults aged 60 and above for 15 years. The results astonished even the researchers. Older adults who consumed 100% whole grain, seeded bread daily experienced a 47% lower risk of all-cause mortality compared to those who ate white bread. On average, they lived an additional 4.7 years with stronger hearts, sharper minds, and fewer mobility issues. So what makes seeded whole grain bread so extraordinary? The answer lies in the synergistic power of whole grains combined with seeds, a nutritional tandem that operates on multiple levels. Glycemic stability. Unlike refined breads that precipitate blood sugar spikes and crashes, whole grains digest slowly. The added seeds, rich in protein, fiber, and healthy fats, further decelerate absorption, providing you with sustained energy without the subsequent slump. This mechanism prevents type 2 diabetes and alleviates the post-meal heaviness or fatigue often experienced. Heart and artery. Protection. Seeds are natural reservoirs of magnesium, potassium, and omega-3 fatty acids, all of which support heart rhythm, blood pressure regulation, and arterial elasticity. The fiber in whole grains acts like a broom in your digestive tract, sweeping away excess cholesterol and preventing its deposition in the arteries. Collagen and joint health. The selenium and lignans found in seeds actively combat inflammation and oxidative stress, two silent culprits behind arthritis and joint pain. This is why many older adults report reduced stiffness and smoother movement after incorporating seeded bread into their diets. Brain and memory support. The B vitamins in whole grains, coupled with the vitamin E and antioxidants in seeds, nourish your nervous system and brain. This synergy helps protect neurons from damage and supports the neurotransmitters essential for maintaining sharp memory. Cellular longevity. Scientists have identified 37 distinct bioactive compounds in seeded whole grain bread that reduce inflammation, protect DNA from damage, and optimize mitochondrial energy, literally helping your cells stay younger for longer. How to choose it? Look for labels that explicitly state 100% whole grain or 100% whole wheat, with seeds prominently listed in the ingredients. Be wary of marketing ploys like multigrain, which often blend refined flours with minimal seeds. If the first ingredient is enriched wheat flour, put it back. How to enjoy it? Seeded bread is hearty and satisfying, making it a versatile foundation for senior-friendly meals. Toast a slice and top it with avocado for anti-inflammatory benefits. Pair it with nut butter for a protein-rich snack, or use it as the base for sandwiches filled with lean protein and vegetables. You can even cube it and use it as nutrient-dense croutons in salads. Conclusion: 100% whole grain seeded bread is more than just food. It is one of the most scientifically proven, potent, functional foods you can add to your diet after 60. With every slice, you are nourishing your heart, brain, bones, and joints, potentially adding years of independence and vitality to your life. So, if you were to keep just one type of bread in your home, make it this one. Your future self will thank you for every firmer step, every clearer thought, and every healthier year gained. The fourth best bread, authentic sourdough bread, an ancient guardian of gut and glycemic health. Sourdough bread has endured for millennia for a profound reason. While other breads come and go, its appeal isn't just about flavor, it's about unparalleled function. Made from flour, water, and an active starter of wild yeasts and bacteria, authentic sourdough undergoes a prolonged fermentation that transforms it into a food uniquely tailored for the aging body. The paramount advantage is its digestibility. Conventional breads can leave older adults feeling bloated, with irregular digestion or discomfort. However, sourdough fermentation naturally breaks down much of the gluten and phytic acid, two compounds that commonly irritate the gut and hinder nutrient absorption. A 2022 study published in the Journal of Food Microbiology found that older adults who switched to genuine sourdough bread reported a 26% improvement in gut comfort, including reduced bloating and more regular bowel movements. This same fermentation process also generates prebiotics, specific fibers that nourish healthy gut bacteria. Maintaining a diverse gut microbiome is paramount after 60, as it underpins immune health, mood stability, and even cognitive function. Each slice of sourdough bread acts, in essence, as a gut tonic, unlike processed breads that strip your body of beneficial probiotics. But its benefits extend beyond digestion. Authentic sourdough bread has a lower glycemic index than white bread, and even many whole wheat varieties. Researchers at the University of Toronto discovered that older adults who ate sourdough bread for breakfast experienced only half the blood sugar spike compared to those who consumed conventional bread. For seniors managing diabetes or pre-diabetic symptoms, this difference can be life-altering. Nutrient preservation is another hidden advantage. The slow fermentation process locks in more B vitamins and minerals like magnesium, which are critical for muscle strength and nerve function. Combined with the natural acids that enhance mineral absorption, sourdough bread delivers more bioavailable nutrients per bite than most other breads. How to enjoy it? Seek out sourdough made with whole grains and a true sourdough starter, rather than those merely flavored with sourdough or relying on commercial yeast. Authentic sourdough will have a dark, cracked crust and a chewy, slightly tangy interior. 2 slices a day are sufficient to experience tangible benefits. Enjoy a toasted slice with avocado and eggs in the morning alongside a hearty soup or as the base for an open-faced sandwich. For those who enjoy baking, sourdough is one of the most rewarding breads to create. There's nothing quite like the aroma of fresh sourdough filling your kitchen. Authentic sourdough bread is more than just nostalgic for older adults. It's a proven pathway to stable blood sugar, a soothed gut, and a body nourished with every bite. Conclusion: your bread choice, your longevity. My friends, this is the definitive truth about bread after the age of 60. Not all bread is created equal. Some, such as potato bread, starchy gluten-free varieties, white bread, and sweet dessert breads, silently erode your health through glycemic surges, inflammation, and nutritional deficits. Conversely, others, like rye bread, sprouted grain bread, 100% whole grain, seeded bread, and authentic sourdough bread, act as powerful allies, safeguarding your heart, preserving your memory, and maintaining robust joints. The science is unambiguous. The bread choices you make daily will either diminish your healthy lifespan or infuse your life with renewed vigor. Every sandwich, every piece of toast, every bite represents an opportunity to fuel your longevity. Therefore, this is my challenge to you. The next time you stand before the bread aisle, pause and scrutinize the label. Ask yourself, is this bread fueling my future, or is it stealthily stealing it? Choose wisely. Replace those empty starches with breads that are scientifically proven to protect your heart, stabilize your energy, and elevate your cognitive function. Now it's your turn. Tell us in the comments, what type of bread do you most commonly consume now? And after learning today's truths, which new type are you committed to trying first? If this discussion has provided you with valuable insights, please do not keep it to yourself. Share it with your bread-loving friends and use these science-backed health strategies designed to keep you strong, independent, and vibrant well into your golden years. Because remember, your health, your strength, and your independence are built upon the choices you make today. Even something as seemingly simple as bread can profoundly shape how you age. Choose wisely, eat healthily, and live vibrantly.